Hey there, y'all. This is Jack, and today we are discussing My Hero Academia, chapter 412, History's Maddest Hero. I mean, kinda. I wouldn't say Deku is the maddest hero, but I mean, he's not happy, but he's doing what a hero's got to do in his ideal way, which, I get it. He still wants to save the innocence of Shigaraki within the evil monster Shigaraki, but it's just, yeah, we all know, I think I get where Rikoshi's going with, the hero has to save the day, the hero has to save the person that needs help. I get that. But like myself and many other people, there's just times where you just can't save them. Is it really worth the stakes of trying to save one person, but if you lose, that person is going to continue going on destroying the world? It's just, like if Deku was just so overwhelmingly powerful to just beat Shigaraki without effort, then you could have that discussion. Well, maybe you could change Shigaraki, but here it's just no. Shigaraki could legit kill Deku at any point. He literally could go either way at this point. And but yeah, it's just too close. But we'll get to that when we get to it. And yeah, if you like content like My Hero Academia, please consider subscribing. I greatly appreciate it. And I do other reviews of Jujutsu Kaisen, Record Ragnarok, yeah, My Hero, obviously, and Kagurabachi. So please consider subscribing. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, let's just jump right to the review, shall we? All right, our first shot is Deku just coming right at Shigaraki with, funny enough, Black Whip wrapped up on the inside of his arm. So essentially, he won't destroy his arm. His arm won't, get destroyed. Punching so hard, destroying the muscles, which is actually pretty brilliant. I'll give you that. I like that. The only question is, Black Whip. I know Black Whip comes from within Deku, so it's able to just go around underneath the skin. So I was thinking about that for a bit, but I'll let it slide for now. I mean, Black Whip is a pretty interesting ability. It's Hirokoshi's version of Spider Whip from Spider Man, obviously. But obviously, Spider Man's webs can never do something like this. But I thought about it. I was like, you know what? Not bad, Hirokoshi. I'll give you that one. As he continues to just continue to press on Shigaraki using the third Fajin. And then he remembers as Shigaraki just sending all the decay just hurling right towards Deku. Deku just remembers, allow me to unleash a blast of air, as he gets flashbacks of him using, of him in the past, just, using his fingers to shoot projectiles or, to shoot air. But this time he uses his whole hand, just swipes at the ground as he uses Delaware Smash and just sends all the decay hurtling right into the air, right towards Shigaraki. And Shigaraki just laughing at this as he's like, gotta say, that's peak performance there, young Midoriya. He doesn't say young Midoriya, sorry, that's All Might. He says Midoriya. As he thinks to himself, he predicted the path, the range of my decay, and used the wind to blast it and gouge it into the sky. By moving a medium of my power to travel through, he can delay the advance of my destruction. Still, it's only a stopgap measure, as he makes his way back to the ground to just continue that, to just launch so much decay again. But of course, you realize, wait, why hasn't the smoke just dissipated? Because obviously it should, when it gets shot to the air, it should have decayed. But nope, Deku's using his smoke screen and his black whips to essentially just keep it up, the air up, and just attack Shigaraki from all directions. As Shigaraki's like, oh, okay, I get it, what's going on here. And smart on Deku here. Shigaraki caught on to what Shigaraki, or to what Deku's doing. My apologies. As Deku knows, as he says in here, that he's very well aware on how a dangerous sense could be, unreliable and be overcome, as he was with this fight with Lady Nagat. So Deku used himself and Black Shadow to attack in all directions. So Shigaraki would know they're coming, but which one is going to be Deku? And but before he knows it, Deku just comes and just slashes right off Shigaraki's arm. So good on Deku for that. I got to give him that. But of course, the other one of the other members of One for All or All for One for All. I got it right the first time. Is essentially saying, Deku, you gotta watch out, man. I know you don't have danger sense and you got a smoke screen coming up, but no, Shigaraki could still find you. He still has the Sentry quirks to find you. As we remember, the quirk he got from Ragdoll. Man, Correct, of course, is helping out. As he Shigaraki shoots those platoons, those bars out, and just nicking Deku. As Shigaraki just kind of gloats at Deku, says, "I see all. Remember your location and your weakness. You can't catch your breath, huh?" And then the other users are like, "The gear shift time is up, and here comes the recoil." And Shigaraki just continues to boast as his arm just continues to regrow as he says, "And those charge up attacks, not meant for a fully wrapped fire either. I can tell you're reinforcing your tendons and the muscles from the inside. It's clear enough since those black coils show through your skin. And if you smack me head on with one of those moves, I might not manage to put myself back together. But life's tough when you've got so much you want to protect, right, Midoriya? Like I told you." And then Deku says, "I'm not giving up on that crying boy," as he kicks right at Shigaraki, knocking Shigaraki back, of course, with the air, not directly. And Shigaraki just says, "People inherit the world around through them through such narrow, limited windows." And then we get an image of people watching, seeing what's going on and everything. We get a shot of a woman standing there. We don't ever see her face, but I'm assuming this is Rei, Todoroki's mother. I'm assuming. I could be wrong, but if I'm wrong, let me know. I'd be very curious actually to who it is, but I'm assuming it's Rei. As Shigaraki continues, "When the world throws the inexplainable at them, they tend to rationalize and put themselves at ease, like a square peg into a round hole. You see it all, yeah? In the same way I can see your ghost buddies on you all gives you the peek inside me. That's how you kept tracking me even in this smoke. Well, take a closer look." As we see the inside of Shigaraki, where it looks like a bunch of building and rubble just surrounded the inside of Shigaraki. It seems to surround it. It's no longer like probably the hands are still surrounding the innocence of Shigaraki on the inside, but a bunch of rubble is too. Essentially, Shigaraki's hardened himself on the inside, so that way, even though Shigaraki here claims, "Yeah, it's over. There's no crying kid inside me no more. It's not. He's not here. So you're just better off to just try to defeat me, but you're probably not going to even be able to do that." And then we even get Nana Shimura just there, just watching, as she remembers Deku say, "I want to save the little boy." And yeah, Nana essentially just says, "Give it up. There are just some people out there who can't be saved, Izuku. In the face of the ideals you carry as a hero, he represents an insuperable mountable challenges, an impenetrable wall you don't need to overcome. Your only option here is to annihilate him with a single blow, leave nothing behind. Accept that fact. Grin and bear it, Izuku. Change up for the strike even mightier than before." And then Deku just says no. I have to ask why he can't let go of that sad, lonely past of himself. All he did was put a lid on it, as he remembers when Shigaraki told him, "You ignored those you couldn't protect," and swept all their pain under the rug. And Deku with a very, very angry face as he says, well, I wouldn't even say really angry. It's more like determination on his face as he says, "So I'll, um, so until I shatter the pieces, I won't stop smashing away at it." Then we get a close up of Jin just thinking to himself. He says, "That is why I was so opposed." As he remembers the when talking to the other ones that that Deku's more than likely not going to be able to go through with trying to kill Shigaraki because he went into he went to Deku's memories and saw Deku that even though he should have been mad at Bakugo for so many years for Bakugo mistreating him, but Deku always wanted to be with him because Deku believed in Bakugo. They were friends, and he believed in that friendship, and he wanted to still be friends with him, even if he was mean to Deku. Deku still believed, that there's still a good kid in there, and I want to still be his friend. And then, funny enough, we get All Might's arm just pointing. Even though we just see upper part, he's still like a faded apparition. You see his hand's still solid as he points, and they all look as we get narration. "Call me a fan of uh, saccharine sentiment. But now you have to do exactly what I say. I'm betting everything on you, Ninth. The time has come to part ways with one for all. Woo! Okay. What do they mean by that? Okay, let me rate this chapter. Again, Deku wanting to save Shikara. I get it. Um, I get what Horikoshi's going with. The hero's got to save the person. No matter what happens, that's the story they're going with. But I'm sounding like a broken record about this. But when it comes to something like that, I mean, you just got to end them. You got to end them. There's a difference between trying to save someone that needs help and wants to be saved, and saving someone that doesn't want to be saved, and they're more than likely could probably kill you. I mean, there's a big difference here. But I get what Horikoshi's going with, so I'll give this chapter a 7 out of 10. Again, pretty all right. Just a bit plot armor here and there, with Deku closing on a distance and Shigaraki knowing Deku's out of breath and not just advancing and advancing. Shigaraki wants to kill Deku, or even steal his power, I should say. But yeah, 7 out of 10 overall. And then uh, with okay, now with them saying to part ways with one for all. Well, my theory on that is, let me know what your guys' thoughts on that. My personal thoughts is, I think when it comes to this point of the battle, it'll more than likely Deku was probably going to give up all of the quirks, so that way they all go into Shigaraki and just kind of break his shell and start breaking his shell. And when that's happening, Deku's words will finally be able to reach Shigaraki and save him. I think that's probably going to be it. Actually, when I saw the end of this chapter, because I didn't know, I was afraid they might do Talk no Jutsu, which is still probably a way they're possible. It's very very highly that's what they're gonna do. But at least there's gonna be actual some physical, beating into it, versus Naruto just Talk no Jutsuing it, Except the ending with Sasuke, he kind of beat Sasuke. I like that fight, but Sasuke was really really evil at that point, and he became good. But that's a whole other topic. But yeah, let me know what you guys think of this review. What do you think Deku's gonna do to save Shigaraki, and what do they mean by letting go all for one? Yeah. So anyway, that concludes my review. And if you listen this far, I appreciate it. I hope you guys consider subscribing, because you'll have my gratitude. And you guys take care and have a good day. Later, guys.